What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel here at Turbo Talon Golf on YouTube. Possibly other social media platforms here in the future, depending on how much time I can donate to the cause. Today, let's grab a quick round on the No Pros League. Bourbon time at Valhalla. I have played Valhalla before. Good course. This No Pros League is by invite only. And that's so we could, so the individual who created the league could keep it a little more centered around people of the same handicap. We've got 8-foot gimme auto putts here in the Vital Statistics, 6,400 yard tees, Saturday pins. Green firmness is normal with a stimp of 11. Fairway firmness is firm with a calm wind, and the tournament's at 400. Let's call it 500 feet. Let's go ahead and load this up and play a round of golf. Okay, looks like we're loaded in. I'm not going to pretend I remember this entire course. It's been a long time since I played it. But let's play some golf. And I will be wiping clubs off. In fact, I'm just going to pause the video and wipe all my clubs off now so we don't have to do it during. All right, clubs are clean. Clubs are clean. What do we got here? It looks like if you want to cut the dog leg on the first hole, you've got to get pretty brave. That's a tough decision to make. Considering that it's such a short par 4, I think most people's inclination is to cut this dog leg. Let's see if I can get it up there. If not, let's see, this is one of those high risk, high reward situations, because if you don't get it up, you might be taking a sim drop. That had potential. That sucks. I feel like that could have been exactly the shot I was trying to make. I can't see around this tree. GS Pro, please, for the love of God, fix this. Fix it. This is stupid. Can I hide this? Oh, Lord. So if I hit the tab key, we should get map zoom, map blah, 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 rangefinder, blah, 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 go to ball, free look, 5, aim point. Hide UI is not what we're trying to do. Mulligan, tee height, grass, 3D grass, club down, frames per second, rangefinder, scorecard, heat map, toggle putt. I don't even see switch hand, cam clip, tee height, tee left, 3D grass. Previous hole? Next hole? All right, I don't even see the option, guys, to hide objects. Maybe it was deleted. Who the hell knows? Let's see if we can get out of here. That's not the shot I was trying to make. If you look at the replay, that was a toenail. And that is why I'm a 22 handicap. Because guys, as your handicap gets smaller and smaller, you don't make shots like that anymore. Fun fact, if you didn't already know. Is that a sprinkler head? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's attention to detail. We like attention to detail. I'm gonna put this, it says it's 18 feet downhill, mostly braking right to left. Big old gimme circles too. Wow, that was pretty sweet. Par save. Somebody's texting me. All right. I see OB on the right and lateral hazard on the left. We've got to keep this on the fairway. You can also see there's a bunker right there to thwart your tee shot should it be errant. Oh golly, am I tired. It's going left, folks. Loudest splash ever. I guess it should have gone left. Whatever. Drop the ball. Don't care. What do we got up here? 200. Downhill lie. You could get in trouble here. You've got a downhill lie and you're going uphill. You're going uphill 4 yards. You got to be smart about this shot because it's going to want a nosedive. Use a club with some, perhaps a bit of loft. And pay dearly for your stupid drive. Oh, that was so fat. Stay out of the water. Did that just skip on the water? I'm pretty sure we all heard the sound effect. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's get on the green here. Oh, we're on the second hole and I've already had so many miss hits, fat hits. Just, golf's challenging enough without you kicking your own butt, right? Come on back. Also, what's with these fans on the greens? I have never been on a golf course where there was a fan. All right, that ball felt like it had a little bit of damage on it. Maybe not. 160 to the pin. Let's hit a 150 club. Got a little bit of wind in our face. Pin's kind of tucked behind the bunker. So unless you plan on flying the bunker, make sure that you plan for that. Terrible shot. It slapped. That slapping sound is a toey shot, typically. I haven't been able to hit my irons at all today. I just got home from the golf course. The irons weren't really firing too great there either. 30. It is what it is, guys. Some days it'll be your driver, some days it'll be your putter. You just got to roll with it. This is a very nasty little grain. Holy smokes. I didn't realize how nasty it really was. Almost got it. Putting's been a lot better lately. I'd honestly rather have a putter that was on fire than a lot of other clubs that were on fire, because if you can't putt, you're going to burn a lot of strokes. People spend a lot of time putting. A lot of your shots are on the putting green. 30 to 40%, which means it's a good idea to practice putting whenever you can. Okay, that one's fading. The other one drew. Such is golf. 48. Ball's going to want to go a little left. Don't want to quite hit 48. Oh, that's a shame. Putter. It's breaking pretty good. Let's just get it over to the pin. Sweet. .388. What are we looking at, Chia? You can see that the course designer has conveniently placed these bunkers right where a lot of golfers are going to hit their drive. There's nothing worse than being in a fairway bunker. Bunker around the green, at least you can put your ball down near the pin and maybe putt out, but a fairway bunker kind of stops everything in its tracks. Looks like, I don't know. I'm not buying that shot, but whatever. What do we got to do to get out of here? 162 out of normal rough. Let's club up. Ball's going to want to go slightly right. Maybe roll it up on the green. But the way I've been hitting my irons, I'm not so sure that's going to happen. Let's see what conspires here. We'll be right in the bunker. Or not. Did we actually stop on that grass? I don't personally think that ball would have stopped there, but you know, GS Pro physics. They're a thing. Can't complain too much. Get in that hole. Wish it was that easy to hit out of bunkers in on the real course. Alrighty, this hole, excuse me. We don't want to be in the water, so let's hit a 7-wood onto this fairway, and then we'll have to hit over. It looks like a river or something. See, that's even going to the left. All right, so Now we have a problem because we're hitting out a deep rough, which requires calculations, and you're wanting to go over water. At least we have an uphill lie. We have two, on a par 4, we still have 268 to the pin. So that was a pretty bad drive. I honestly wouldn't hit out of this in real life. And so I'm not going to. I'm going to sim drop. Oh, that sim drop is going to screw us 6 ways from Sunday, gents. Cancel. So we're right here. Where's the sim drop let us drop? $273 from the pin. Okay, there we go. No worse for wear. We ate our stroke. I wouldn't play out of that in real life. You probably also wouldn't find your ball. Left is better than right. Oh, nice. 191 is not great for a 3-wood, but I think it was thick or something, I don't know. 82 to the pin. Let's see what tricks this. Okay, we want to land on the pin because we have kind of a false front and we'll roll off the front of the grain. Okay, roll back, come back, come back, come back. Not quite. We had 8,500 spin. It wasn't enough. This is for bogey. Remember, we took our medicine and sim dropped out of that crummy lie back there, right? Pretty bad misread there. So I think we took a double. That's fine. I'm generally not going to hit out of that crap. You see this pinch point? This is rough because you've got a pinch point right where your ball would typically land for an average Joe. It's a par 5. I'm calling this not worth it. Get your ball on the fairway, maybe be on in 3. That's not worth it, guys, unless you're deadly with your driver. Okay, we're still 260 out. Let's have a look at what dangers await us. I'm not feeling confident with anything that hits that far right now. So what I'm going to do is hit the 7-wood again, which isn't necessarily firing on all cylinders either. We know it's going to go about that far. Let's make sure that we're not in the water, because that white thing is that white trail you can see is a cart path. It's not OB. We might be okay. Good shot. And in that particular circumstance, you took 2 shots. You're very near the pin. You're probably going to be near the pin on your 3rd shot. Let's check the topography of the green. You can see it's going to want to roll off the front as usual. We can be kind of aggressive here. 33. And there you go. A couple of smart shots, and you You got yourself a birdie there. 155 to the pin, we got some wind. Let's obviously check this green out. Not too much hazardous going on, but we do want to be a little aggressive with our shot so that we don't have any chance of going in that bunker. If it's 155 to the pin, maybe we hit 148-ish and let it roll up. Whatever your 148 club is, and also your downhill just a smidge. Irons are not really firing on all cylinders today, but here we go. Pretty thin there, but it got in the air, and we're gonna be in that bunker we did not want to be in. That was an 8-iron. 138 carry in GS Pro, 139 carry in the lab software. Really no disparity there. This ball's gonna come out pretty easy. We're uphill, no left or right lie, or slope, excuse me. But make sure you budget for the fact that you're going uphill here. 15. Let's check out the stats on that shot. You're supposed to lose 50% speed out of a greenside bunker. 15 carry, 27 carry. Let's call that close enough. There's no use in picking nits. This is going to be a slippery little putt. It's important to not blast your ball completely by the hole here. Stay in. Stay in. You guys remember that blue spot I showed you on the green? That thing's about to eat our lunch. Let's check out the heat map. We got our lunch eaten there. We didn't get to the blue spot, thankfully, but now we got to putt uphill. This is a really rough pin position. This person, I don't think they understand what pin positions mean, but we'll take that. That bogey just swallowed our birdie. Spent way too much time on that hole. +3, I don't like it. All right, what has Valhalla got for us this time? We need to make sure we fly this fairway bunker. Got some wind in our face. The lanyard for my K2 golf tee is about had it here. Oh, cripes, come on. Is that really? Okay, 169 out of a normal lie. You need to add about 25% to that. That means you need to hit your 200 club. You ain't gonna hit out of the, I mean, I wouldn't hit out of this crap anyway. That you probably wouldn't even find your ball. Let's take a sim drop. Right, we eat a stroke, but we're not hitting out of that crap. 170 to the pin. What's my 170 club? 170 to the pin, but I don't need to hit quite 170. Let's try a 6-iron. Come on back. This is a troublesome shot because you're putting severely downhill. Not too much right to left brake. You just got to get your speed correct. It's 7 times 3 is 28. 7, 14, 21. 21 minus 12. I don't know if you're seeing this, guys. 21 feet minus 12, 21 feet. Let's see what happens here. It's basically saying you need to barely touch the ball and it's going to do a thing. Let's see here. So close to going in the cup. And we're going to have to putt again. And that ball's actually stopped. That's pretty brutal. I wouldn't say you should be too bent out of shape not making that. That's just, these greens are stupid. These greens are pretty out of hand. That's just all the more reason your putter needs to be on fire. Super narrow fairway, you're dead on the left. We don't quite hit that far. And you can see that the course designer has conveniently placed a fairway side bunker right in that general landing area for normal human beings that don't drive the ball 325. Oh man, I haven't hit a pop fly in a while. Are we even going to get on the fairway? That only happens in the simulator, and the reason it does that is because of this SIG Pro Softy mat, which is a good segue into something I meant to say at the beginning of the video. I am going to get on the website and try to get a more realistic mat. I originally bought this when I started because it was, everybody says it was easier on your joints and your shoulders and elbows and stuff. But now I feel like it's kind of handicapping me because it lets me make shots I would not normally make. I guess what I'm saying is it's too forgiving. There's no sense of bouncing your club off the ground, and it's very noticeable on the real golf course. That is an absolute missile with the 3-wood there. 230. And we still got a $150 into the pin. Do we have any, what do we got for shenanigans going on here? The pin, the cup's cut into a high spot in the green. That's pretty crappy. We do got to fly this bunker. We've got to make sure we fly the bunker. We need to get a hold of the ball. And it's okay to be too far. Oh, get up there. You've still got a hell of a putt to make here. These are pretty diabolical little greens. You don't want to see, look at that. That's crazy. It's almost better to chip. Let's see if we can get in the gimme circle at least, because this ball is going to hit that hill and want to head hard left. 43 up 11. Where's our lab putter here? 43 up 11. We want to give this a good little whoop here. Pretty hard to complain about that putt. Par. 166 to the pin, wind's pretty negligible, we're downhill. We probably want to hit our 160-ish club. And per the usual on this course, we're kind of tucked behind a bunker. Let's give ourselves a little bit of leeway here. That's going toward a, that might be all right. Into the rough. I'd rather hit out of rough than bunker. There's something that happens when these clubs touch each other that's sending a signal that makes the TV do something weird. It's done it ever since I started using the TV. It's very strange. Left, downhill. The ball's going to come out a little hotter than we want it to. And we'd rather be short, since we're long-sided, we'd rather be short than go off the back of the green again, because there's a bunker over there. See? I barely touched that ball. It kind of popped out of there. It actually popped out of there better than I thought it would for something that was in the rough. Right. Just stay in the gimme circle for hell's sakes. Oh, about dropped an F-bomb there. These greens are nasty, guys. This pretty significant score increaser here. Had to pause there, my wife came home. Let's see here. Let's put the ball down there. There we go. 400-yard par 4, but it's almost forcing you to play it. It's almost forcing you to play it like a par 5, which I think is, it is what it is, but it kind of sucks at the same time. Because you've got it, you're forced to play it in sections, which takes your driver out of the equation, right? Because now I've hit a 220-ish yard drive with my 7-wood, but it's forcing me to hit another 172-yard shot, which is not really a shot I have in my bag per se, and it's over a bunker. This is not a hole you can play aggressively. You've almost got to expect a bogey or a double bogey on this hole, unless you're an extremely accurate player. So I'm going to play my 160. Let's just see if we can get it over near the green. Just the way I'm hitting my irons today, this isn't really an option for me. Yeah, that was fat. And then deflected off of seemingly nothing, which is fine. It's a video game. Don't take the scores you get in here seriously. The left. The ball's going to want to come out left. Let's aim a little right. Let's also check the green. We cannot be short here, or you're almost guaranteed to end up in a bunker. You guys see that false front? It's nasty. So we need to hit at least, gosh, I don't know, advertised distance. Which, that was not advertised distance. That was actually crazy. 78 carry with that swing. And that's why I'm not a professional golfer. Now we've got a nasty little downhill. You got to get under this or it's not going to stop. I really hate taking another bogey, but you can't play that hole aggressively unless you have your whole bag of tricks firing. 212. Here's another par 4, a short par 4 that's forcing you to play, right? You would normally be very aggressive on this hole. We're downhill. You can't be aggressive. You've just got to get over on this fairway, take your lumps, and do what you got to do. I'm almost afraid to even play my 7 wood. Let's get a 5-iron over there. Maybe eventually something will start firing here. Why is that going right? What the hell? That felt buttery. I don't know why that went right. 126 to the pin. Pin's on the front. If you don't get on flat ground here, you are dead. You're dead. Don't even play around. It's not worth it. Ball's gonna want to go a little bit right. Yeah, I'm not shooting over there. I'm shooting over here. Thanks, GS Pro. Out of the rough. We're gonna lose a little. We've got to get over there, but we should only lose about 7 out of here. %. Yeah, we're dead. Stay up. There you go, guys. This is a real tough course. Do not underestimate this course. Okay, I can't see my options. No. I can't see what this is. Therefore, I'm gonna do it. 54 yards to the pin. Oh, that was stupid. Deep rough. Yeah, guys, that was dumb as hell. Can I mulligan? Oh my God, that was stupid. Let's see here. Pay attention to your surroundings. I thought we were closer. The way GS Pro blocks you out is batshit crazy to me. I hate it. Okay, let's putt. This is gonna be a pretty nasty hole here. Up and down 50 feet. You see we're going up and then we're going down, so be careful. That's unfortunate. We need to use better course management. I know I keep saying it. I really am trying to not hit shots that are too terribly risky. We need to hit this ball 48. Probably hit your, you can probably hit your 140 club as long as you hit it flush. You're gonna be fine here. If you don't, bunkers. Bounce left and not right, please. That ain't too bad. We're up to 9 over though, which I don't care for. I don't really like to shoot anything over. I don't like to shoot anything over the 80s in the sim because that's getting pretty close to my on-course handicap. We don't need that open. Let's putt. And by what I mean is pretty close to my on-course handicap because you can assume a 10 to 15 strokes extra on the course versus what you see in the simulator, which is mostly due to your perfect lie and your stupid gimme circles and stuff. Okay, we'll take a par. 384. This is a pretty brutal course. What's our scorecard look like? We've even had 2 birdies and we're 9 over. If you're too far right, you're in a lateral. If you're a little bit right, you're in a bunker. This course designer was not trying to challenge regular people. They were trying to challenge, I don't know, low handicap, people that can get a ball where they want to get it. But we'll still play along. We'll still play along. So if you look at the leaderboard, you've got John Danko, who is 8 over after 18, which means he's probably in real life. And I could be wrong. If you add 10 strokes, he's a high teens handicap, maybe. He's about my handicap. Or he had a very good round or a very bad round. I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments, because people love letting you know when you screw up in the comments. Sucker pin here, you've got a lateral hazard on the right. It's a par 4 though, so you shouldn't lay up. You just want to hit your 150 club, and in this case, you're better off being in the bunker than you are getting that penalty stroke. Facts. That's one of those times I wish that we were playing soft greens. You could have at least given us soft greens. This course is hard enough without having your ball roll off the back of greens. Mostly downhill. And mostly breaking left. Over 40 feet. Let's just put it on the line. This is a long putt. There's really no 2 ways about it here. Get in the hole. Oh, it wanted to. If you guys are on the fence about buying a lab putter or another high-end putter, a Scotty, whatever, this thing is leaps and bounds better than my previous putter, which was a pretty nice putter. It was a Seymour. This thing just kind of takes a lot of the guesswork out of putting. At any rate, we've got 3 wonderful holes left to go. We got out of there relatively unscathed. 218. You guys, these are just really narrow fairways. You've got to have your ducks in a row, because you're either going to be in a tree or you're going to take a stroke. Let's not take a stroke. I hate penalty strokes. You're essentially adding a stroke to your score that you didn't get to swing your club for, right? It's pretty stupid. We might be all right. Bounce left, or just drop straight to the ground. That's fine. All right, we have tree trouble. We didn't hit very far. What do we got? 237. There's not a whole lot of danger up near the pin, and I typically slice/fade my 3-wood. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of this conundrum here. Okay, we might be all right. Okay, we cleared the lateral. Good shot though. Carry in the lab software shows 235. Total distance would have been 265. And we're kind of being forced to play some of these par 4s like par 5s. It just can't be too aggressive unless your driver is just on point, like you are a professional level driver. And I see this green, I don't like it. Let's take out the heat map. Out of the rough, right. We need to sort of kind of be on the pin. Maybe hit a 40 yarder here. Not quite. We carried too far. And now we have a par putt. You just got to be okay taking bogey on some of these holes. They're too aggressive. If I'd have hit that a smidge harder, we would have got out of there with a par. All right, what's this, 17? This is a hole you can be a little more aggressive on, if your landing area, but keep in mind that your landing area is plagued with bunkers. This course designer just wasn't holding any punches. And I'd like to see what I scored on this course last time I played it, because this is tough. And I just recently figured out how to hit driver relatively straight. It doesn't go completely straight yet. We should be okay unless we get a really bad bounce. And GS Pro actually let us have a fairway in regulation. That's pretty sweet. I'd say that's a big win. 158 to the pin, we have tree trouble. This course designer, if this is a real course, like kudos, man. You thought of everything. Go too far to the right, you're gonna be blocked out by a tree. Like, I gotta hand it to the designer. There was zero screwing around being done here. Zero screwing around being done. Sit. Don't go up there. Okay, I knew I should have played a 7-iron. I doubted myself, and I probably just bought myself a bogey. What do we got? 16 yards out of rough. I can't see anything. I can't hide objects. Let's see. 16. Let's actually just use this green to find out what we should hit. We don't want to come in too hot. It's slightly below our feet. Oh, I can see. I can see. Let's try to hit a little 12-yarder. I don't know what happened, but I can see now. No idea, guys. They'll still charge me $250 when my subscription renews, though. Bet. Okay, we carried it 12.7, which is a few feet too far, and you can see we are well away from the pin. Probably should have tried to carry closer to, because if we're almost 7 yards past the pin, we could have popped the ball up more or reduced the carry distance. At any rate, there's nothing you can do now. You've just got a shitty putt you got to make. 17-footer. Smoked it uphill even. That's weird. All right, another bogey. We are slowly falling away from the top of the leaderboard. I don't think we were ever at the top of the leaderboard. Anyway, here's 18. And besides that, not enough people have played it. It's a par 5. We're conveniently facing some water and some sand. If we can get a hold of the ball, we can maybe fly the sand and not have to worry about the water. That's what I'm going to try to do. And then we can see what our next shot has in store for us. All right, we're probably wet. We might be on the right. Oh my God, that's deafening. Okay, uphill lie out of regular rough. Ball's gonna want to come out left. Oh, the loop started over. This course is not fucking around. This course is not messing around. I'm interested to see what these scores look like. We got a 10-foot bunker in front of us, but luckily we're not short-sided. Let's get this out of here. Little flop. They always go too far, I noticed. Like I never get those flop shots that just kind of jump up and land soft. That ain't happening with me. And I also, how do you get 86% of your spin when you're in a sand trap? GS Pro, fix your shit. You're not going to get hardly any spin out of a sand trap. You're not hitting the ball. You're hitting the dirt under the ball and popping it up. So don't give me that crap. Let's see, 3 right. Make sure it knows we're putting. 82. It's downhill. I'm not sure what it's going to do. Let's just hit the ball. It's down 6. And see if we can get it down there safely. Weird little putt. I think we're out though. Took another bogey. Okay. 84 on a 72, not bad. That was a really hard course. There were a lot of holes where you couldn't hit the club you wanted to hit. So that'd have been, I'm guessing close to, I'm not sure if I'd have broke 100 on that course in real life, because 10 to 15 extra strokes on 84 puts us at about 100. I'd say it was a good round. It's just a tough course. It doesn't want you to succeed, right? 5 pars, 2 birdies, 8 bogeys, 3 doubles. I mean, 3 double bogeys is going to add 6 strokes right off the bat. 26 putts is really good. Hour-long round. How long is the video? If that's an hour-long round, 55. Good enough for government work. That 5 minutes must have been when my wife came home. 4 greens, 6 fairways. You're not going to score very well if you're only hitting a quarter of your greens. Longest drive was 230, fastest ball speed was 135, so not great, but I already played 18 holes of golf today, so I'm going to use that as my excuse. All right, guys, tough round. I'm excited to see what the other guys scored, especially since we don't have any ringers in here anymore. It's just normal ass golfers, but we'll see what the scores look like after the week closes out. As usual, I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next video, or on-course video. I have 3 on-course videos I still have to edit in DaVinci Resolve and do shot tracers for, and those videos get a lot more views than my sim videos do, man, but they take so long to edit. Well beyond the time it took to play the round, but I'm getting faster at it, and it shouldn't be so cumbersome as soon as I get all these little things I need to figure out become more efficient at them. But anyway, there you go. Yeah, we're hitting 56, 57 minutes here, but we'll see you in the next video, whatever type of video that is. Later.